Hi, everyone. My name is Mr. Marcus White, and I'm one of the hosts on the comments section. On today's episode, I have a very special guest. All right. I've known this person for 15 years. He knew me back when I was in high school. And although we lost touch for a while, we reconnected last year, and I immediately told him that I needed him on this podcast. So, everyone, please welcome my childhood friend, I guess I could say, Dahveed. Hi!
Bottle girl. I had to say that. That bottle girl shit kills me all the time. What's up, man? I am so excited to be here with you. Hell yeah, it's crazy. Can't
I'm
believe
going
you
to
made
give
it.
your first name because I don't call you Dahveed, but he does prefer
Mm.
to be called Dahveed. But when I see this man, I think of him as Anthony because that's how I've known him my entire life. So if you guys hear me call him Anthony, that is his first name. And I'm a first name person. I'm official. So that should
But
just, as
David
you
is
tell
cute though.
us,
David is
huh?
cute. Every time these people say me Anthony, I just point to my tattoo. I say David.
But
It
when
sounds
but
cute.
I've only known you as an Anthony. Like I don't know you as a David. But hi,
But
David.
David sounds so like he
Yeah,
goes,
it sounds
"Hey
better.
Anthony, hey Anthony, how
Yeah.
are you?" But you say no, it's David. And
David.
like, oh.
But
So
you look
yeah.
like Anthony. Sorry, you just look like an Anthony to me. You just look
Do I?
like, yeah, you look like an Anthony. Yeah, yeah. I mean, because I just know you as when you know how you know me as Marcus. When you look at me, what other name can you think of when you think of me? Asshole.
Yeah, Dick. Sometimes though, I mean,
I've been called worse.
friend, brother.
But you have known me since I was in high school. You
Hmm.
are a little older than me, so you were out of high school, but I was in high school, and I mean, well, a little
We
older could
wait,
be
wait, wait,
two
wait, wait,
years.
wait,
2 years.
wait. We talked about
Uh,
this. We said
yes.
I'm trans ageism. Okay, so I see myself as 29, and I am turning 30. Yeah, trans
Okay.
ageism.
He's now is younger than me. I digress. I renege my comment about
Yeah,
him being a little older than me. I
right.
apologize. He's a little younger than me. I'm a little older than him.
So birth certificate says 38, but who goes by birth certificate? People, we don't
Why
do that
does
nowadays.
you don't really give your? I wasn't going to give the people your age.
You're right. 29 it is.
Because you don't. I told you this earlier when we talked earlier. You don't look your age whatsoever. You do look my age or younger. You do. I can say that as well. But I just love the fact that you are one of the people that I've known in high school. I don't really talk to anybody from my high school. You and I didn't go to high school. I don't want people thinking that
Mm-mm.
you and I went to high school together. But you were in high school when we met, and I don't talk to anybody who I was, friends with in high school. So this is kind of cool that I've known you for over 15 years, Anthony. It's
It
really
is kind of
cool.
cool. I think also too, like even like just to even get serious, like to see like your growth and your progression. It's kind of crazy because you still Marcus, but you not like you ain't. You know what I'm saying? How you were. So, but to see your growth, like it is beautiful. Like I'm so glad to be here to talk with you. It's crazy to see your growth for
People
real.
comment about my growth because I was doing YouTube, so I did YouTube for 6 years, and people are so used to that rambunctious, loud ass person. But I have really calmed down. I told you that earlier. I'm a mellow person now. I've grown. I matured, unfortunately. Unfortunately,
I mean, yeah, I'm sure. I'm not gonna go like you got it. You got it.
I'm proud of my growth, and so
I'm
yeah.
proud of you.
So we haven't talked in many. Well, we have talked last year, but we haven't talked years prior to that, and so I'm just happy that you are back in my life, and I'm happy that you have came on to the show. I wish
How,
JT was available. JT wasn't available because you met JT when we went to Houston a couple months ago. We
yeah,
did dinner
yeah, I met
together.
him. Oh, yep, I
Um,
met him then. Bottle girl. Yes, I met him.
what is explain the bottle girl reference?
So, it just started today. So when I'm just in a random good mood to make a point, I'm like, you know what? Good point. Bottle girl. Just started. I promise you, I've not been doing that. It
You
just,
gotta do the Jerry beats too. You gotta show your Jerry beats. Show the.
and like 4 more episodes, like they'll be
Okay.
exposed. I got. I don't want to scare none of
Oh,
your
you're
youth
coming
away.
back. Oh, okay.
Hey, it's up to you. It's up to you.
He's like, 4 more episodes. I will be on for the next 4 episodes. All right.
You're like, well, I didn't. Oh, okay, I guess. All
I
right.
guess I'm moving. I guess I'm moving our next guest on next week. Guess he won't be on. All right. Friend, okay, so I'm not gonna
Mm.
give where you are in Texas. I hate really giving out cities, but you're in this point, and you live in a. Well, I did actually. So we came down to Houston to visit you.
I was thinking that, but I said, how you gonna say that? Yeah, I'm in Houston. Thanks, stalkers. Please
I
come
know.
and kill me. I'm here. Thanks, Marcus.
So wait, so I was gonna mention the crazy ass fucking weather, which is insane
Bruh.
because you got what, a foot of snow recently?
I don't know if it was a foot or something. I think some places was footish, but it was at least 7 inches. But the
That's
reason
a
why it was so
lot.
crazy because it's Houston, and they not ready for that. Okay, as
You're
you know, I
right.
was raised in upstate New York, hence why Buffalo Bills go Bills. And so being down here in that seeing that snow, I ran away from the cold
The
weather. Being
cold.
out here to see the snow, these people was going crazy. It seen so many accidents, it was out of control. People still driving fast, and it ain't no salt trucks. It was
I
crazy.
know. Do you guys even have like plow trucks and salt trucks down there?
Like two.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
you know how big the city is, so it's pretty much no. It was like the whole city pretty much was shut down. It was crazy. It was like real life snow.
How long did it last? Like the snow, like because it's did it melt immediately or did it last like a couple of days?
No, like just today we're starting to see. So today, what's this Thursday? Thursday evening, we started to see like a lot of it going. But we seen snow up until like earlier this morning. Like still,
Really?
yeah, and it's still snow like in certain spots. Like you'll see it.
That is
Yeah,
insane. That I didn't ever. Well, okay, so Texas got hit, Louisiana, New Orleans. I think they
they
got
got
like
a
an inch
foot.
of
They got
snow.
a foot. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah, they
they got
got
a
a
foot.
foot, and then part of Florida got like. Is this crazy that Florida, New Orleans, and Texas got snow, and they're not known for getting snow? I think that this is the first time ever that New Orleans got snow in general. Is this
Yeah,
crazy? Go ahead. Sorry.
I think the craziest thing that I was seeing was some of the homeless people were making snow angels. And in my head, I'm thinking like, you ain't got nowhere to go after this. Ain't you gonna be cold? So they was making snow angels in the snow, and they have nowhere to go afterwards. I'm like, why are they doing that? So that was my
Fun.
biggest
Let the
confusion.
homeless have the fun. Let the homeless have the fun. There's homeless shelters. I'm sure they can go to a shelter, get warm. Or there's a local McDonald's or, I don't know,
Oh
some
no,
Tim
yeah,
Hortons.
and the Walmart because they all was up in there at Walmart shaking off the snow after they was doing snow angels out in the parking lot. That was frustrating. But anyway, long.
Global
I
warming is
digress.
definitely happening. The climate change is definitely an issue. The fact that Texas is just only a state over from another country, which is Mexico, got snow, that's concerning. It's very concerning,
No,
friend.
that's wild. It was wild. It
Very
was crazy.
concerning. And it
Very
happened twice
crazy.
this month. 2 times. It's the second time has happened to you
Yeah.
guys.
It was
So,
crazy. It was crazy. I think again, seeing the snow, being again from upstate New York, like you're used to seeing it, but to
yeah.
see it in Houston, I'm like, bro,
Right.
is this serious? Yeah,
Right.
I was kind of freaked out. So,
Interesting. And
mhm.
the fact that you guys don't have plow trucks and snow trucks, that says a lot. That's just really sad. But we are in a whole new decade and age. I can't get the words out, but friend, this is the end of the world. Revelations, Armageddon. I think that's what I think of when shit like that starts happening.
Yeah, it's
I
kind of
think
crazy.
of the last verse of the Bible.
What's the last verse of the Bible? I would just think like, yeah, what is
We
it?
all die. I don't know. We
it's
all go
all,
to hell. I don't
it's
know.
all, it's like, what's the last verse? I was trying to think of it. I don't know the
Can
last
I
verse.
can I touch on that about
Yeah,
the religion? So
yeah.
Anthony and I met in a particular religion. That's how we connected. We were in the Jehovah Witness religion. The both of us are not in there. He got kicked out. I kind of got kicked out, but not to the extreme of how he got kicked out.
I
So
think not this. I don't think it's kicked out. Was more so like like bouncers. When you get in fight in the club and that person be real
they threw
drunk
you out.
the bat. It's more like it was more like that. Yeah.
So for those who don't know, this is the crazy part, and I talked about this on my YouTube channel years ago. That in that religion, when you decide to leave, the people who remain in the religion aren't allowed to talk to you. So when Anthony told me and our group of friends at the time that he was leaving, we all stopped talking to Anthony because we were brainwashed and that's what we believed. Um, and then one day you hit me up years later. And yeah.
Yeah, and that situation was and really crazy. And mind you, like for just for everybody to know, like I didn't know we ain't even was talking about this. So this is raw
Yeah,
talk
it
we're
just
gonna talk
came.
about right
Yeah,
now.
right,
This is
right.
just us coming up.
Came up. Yeah.
I didn't even know how what's the word deep that the religion has impacted people because me and you were like at that time you were like
Close. A
really
brother.
extremely close like
Yeah,
my
we are
brother.
very close. Yeah.
Like we talk every day. Like when you had issues,
Yeah.
like you drove down to Buffalo to Rochester, like mad stuff.
Yeah.
And so to lose like a lot of friends, like my only friends, was it was hard. It was like heartbreaking. It was very isolating. Now, granted, now I know a lot of some of their policies has changed. We can talk about that another time. Some of the policies has changed. I know they
Yeah, I
do
know.
can't
Yeah, I
talk
know.
to you when you go there. But at that moment, it was
This is like
devastating.
over 10,
That was
this is over
crazy.
15 years ago. This
Yes.
happened.
When that happened, that was devastating.
What year was that?
Heck,
2010 or was it later?
2011.
2011? Okay. That was
Mm-hmm.
close. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
No, it had to be
Yeah,
later. That was in 2011, I thought. Not
2011.
2012? Okay.
2011. 2012 is when we start talking again. Because
No, it
that
wasn't
year
that
or so.
soon. It was
Yeah, it
that
was.
soon?
It was pretty soon.
Okay.
We started talking pretty. Because, like, you were a heathen, so you were
I
already out of there.
no, it had to be
So,
no, it had to
yeah,
be a
no.
couple years later. No,
Nope.
no,
It
really?
was, it was, oh, no, you're
It
right.
was like
It
2013,
was, it was
2014. It was a
2013.
couple years.
Yeah, you're right. Because I was dating the crazy guy. I don't want
Yes,
to say
yes.
his name. I was dating the crazy guy. Dating somebody extremely crazy. And so, and yeah, he hated you. You didn't even do anything. But that's another story.
But
We
yeah,
got a lot of
that's
stories.
but that is really how you and I met, was through that crazy religion. And it scarred me for life. I'll say that. I'm scarred for life. So yeah. And
Scarring
look at
is.
me now. They think I'm the
Look at
devil
you.
now.
I ain't going that far. I'm
Well, they
not
think
thinking the
you're.
devil.
They think no. They think I'm the devil. They think you're the devil too. I mean, they think
Oh
they
yeah,
both
that's
were.
true. I mean, again,
Yeah.
bouncer. I did not get a chance to see the Bottle Girl,
And
unfortunately.
then, I mean, I'm not going to say what it was. You did get it worse because they told all your business.
Or
They
they,
told all your business.
what?
When you got kicked out, this is the reason why he got kicked out. Boom, boom. I was like, oh, they told all your business.
And I think that part was
Trifling.
kind of trifling because
Mm-hmm.
half of it was true, half of it was not, and half of it was just a mixture of both. And so it was kind of hard because you think that some of that stuff is going to be like confidential and like,
Yeah.
hey, here's the reason why we're no longer doing this or I'm no longer doing that, and like that was devastating. Like you just would not expect something that comes from the Bible or the Lord or God or whatever to have that kind of negative impact on your self esteem, on your emotions, on all that stuff. But yeah, it was, baby, I got
Your situation really told me that no matter what I tell those people, they're going to tell someone and it's going to get out to everybody. And that's what I learned from your situation. I mean, the fact that, like I said, like everybody was just literally talking about what you did that was so wrong to get kicked out. I was like that, like looking back at it as a 33-year-old, that's fucked up. At the time I was like
mm,
20 or 21, but I wasn't thinking like how I am thinking now, but I'm like, that's fucked up of how they handled that situation. But that's how it's handled all the time. All the time.
mm,
I never told you this, and I can't say this on the podcast. About 3 years ago, someone got charged. A grown man your age got charged for having a relationship with a 14-year-old girl. We'll talk after the podcast because I'll tell you the name. Do you know about him?
no,
He was in the religion. No one told you about this? Okay.
no,
I'll tell you.
say that for me, say that. You
But
said
that
you have
like
to take a step back. I was like, ooh,
but that situation, because of, I mean, it was obviously more extreme than what happened to you, but that got out all, in because, I still know people in the religion, they talk to me here and there. So
mm,
that's how I found out. But Anthony, thanks again for coming on the comic section. We're going
Of
to have a really good
course.
episode. The viewers now understand that you and I have a long history together, a very, very long
Oh,
history together. And so we're going to have an interesting show. We're going to do the Real Housewives of New York City recap. And then we're going to talk about what everyone else is talking about, Donald Trump and his becoming Mr. 47 again. Ugh. And then Kid Cudi, the rapper Kid Cudi, someone broke into his house, and then TikTok is back. So let's get this podcast started, all right? The Real Housewives of New York City. Oh, that dramatic finale. What the fuck? Now, I know you don't watch Anthony. I know you don't watch any of the Housewives series. And trust me, you're not missing out on anything, especially for this particular series. Because no one's really watching RHONY anymore. You know, this cast is actually like a new cast. So this is like their second season. Even though they're in their 15th season. Bravo decided to fire the entire old cast 2 seasons ago. And so they rehired these new group of women to replace and take over the RHONY franchise. And so, you know, I remember watching their first season, which was season 14, which was last season. I remember watching it and actually enjoying it. Like, it wasn't like the old RHONY that I grew to love. RHONY was my favorite of all the Housewives franchise. I love the New York City chaotic energy. I thought that, you know, it was a really funny show to watch, and I just liked how unpredictable and how unhinged they were. And then it came to a point where Bravo decided to really just fire the entire cast, because, you know, I know that it had to do with Ramona Singer making some racist comments, and I think that this is off track of this current finale, but I think that they fired the entire cast because they wanted to fire Ebony K. Williams. Now, Ebony was the first Black New York City housewife, and she just she just wasn't, likable. You know, the fans wasn't really, you know, liking her on that season. So I think that the network wanted to fire Ebony, but knew if they fired Ebony and kept Ramona, that they would face some backlash, especially since Ebony was accusing of Ramona Singer of racist allegations. So I think that to eliminate all the bad press, they just got rid of the entire cast, and they replaced them with younger women in their mid-30s, early 40s, which is how all the housewives started out, you know, Orange County, Atlanta, New York City, Jersey. All those women, their first season was mid-30s, late 30s, early 40s. You know, now they're all in their, you know, Teresa and Kyle, they're all in their mid-50s. But, you know, when they started out on their shows, they were like, you know, late 30s, early 40s. And so that's why they revamped it with a younger group of women. Now, that younger group of women can bring a younger audience, and that younger audience can stay with these women for 13 seasons, just like how the old RHONY did. I'm losing you guys. I know. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. I'm talking fast, which I usually do. Let me slow it down, because this finale is going to take a lot of understanding. Okay. This is the current cast, season 15. This is the current cast. We have, actually, I don't even know half their names. The one on the end holding the ponytail, she's new. She just actually came on this season. But then the one at the bottom sitting down is Sai. We have Jessel, Jenna, Aaron, and then the two. Now, the one sitting down in the sparkly silver dress, her name is Bryn. Now, Bryn and Uba's the one standing behind her. Those two had the most, actually, not even the most. They were the finale. Their drama was the entire finale. All right. Bryn, the one sitting down, the one I actually like that dress. I think that when I looked at this cast photo, first of all, I think this cast photo is amazing. It actually is really beautiful. I think that all the women look very glamorous, and it is giving New York City chic, you know? Too bad this season wasn't. This season was just giving, New Jersey season 6 vibes. It was a hot mess. All the drama that happened on this current season happened off camera. So these women came on camera to talk about all the shit that happened off camera. And it's giving the audiences, like, we were playing like judge and the jury. Like, we had to decide who was telling the truth, who was lying. Like, usually when we watch these shows, we see the drama play out so we can actually, you know, pick a side because we're watching the drama play out. You know, they did it backwards. They had all this shit happen off camera. On camera, they're loving each other, they're having a good time. But as soon as the cameras go down, that's when they like, argue and curse each other out. And then they want to come back on camera to talk about it. Like, how does that work? Like, these women definitely didn't know how to really be on TV. Cause they did it wrong this season. Wrong. It was terrible. Oh, the whole entire season was just fucking terrible. Unwatchable. And then Tuesday night, when this finale actually aired, I was on Twitter like I usually am, in bed looking ugly. I saw on Twitter that RHONY was like trending like the number three top in the top three trends. It's like came in at number three. And I'm like, this show hasn't trended all season. Like, what the fuck happened? Guys, I felt like it was kind of like Phaedra Park season 9 of Atlanta Housewives all over again, in a way. Now, it might be dramatic for comparing the two situations, but anything having to do with rape and sex, I think anyone is going to associate Phaedra with that. With that rape allegation. You know what I'm saying? So, Bren, the one sitting down in the sparkly dress, she and Uba got into this big argument. They're on their cast trip, by the way. They're in Puerto Rico. Now, I don't know what they're arguing about. Like I said, I stopped watching this particular season after episode 5 because it's so boring. So I don't know what they're arguing about. But in the midst of their arguing, Uba, the one standing up in the black behind Bren, said that you slept with somebody to get on the show. All right. And Bren was offended by that. How dare you say that? I never slept with anyone to get on the show. Blah, 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 blah. Why is it all the time when people get in arguments, even these housewives, but I guess anybody on reality TV or just, I guess, in life in general, people always go to, you're a whore. You're a whore. Like, that can't be to everyone's to go to, like, insult. Like, everyone is not really a whore. Even though I can believe Bren. I'm not saying that I can believe that she's a whore, but I can believe that maybe she's salacious. If you watch a show, Bryn is always flirting, always making sexual innuendos. So, I mean, I can kinda, I don't believe that she slept with someone to get on the show. But I think that, she's been around a couple blocks. I wouldn't be surprised if she has been around a couple blocks, I should say. Yeah. So anyways, Uba accused Bren of sleeping with someone to get on this show. After they went back and forth, Bren said that, Uba is a fake Naomi Campbell and she wishes she was Giselle and Tyra Banks and yada, and they're just throwing insults at each other. They were separated in each other's room. The cameras went down. And as I mentioned earlier, these women always want to start having their explosive drama happen off camera. But there was like tiny little cameras within the house because, like I said, they're on their cast trip. Bren confessed to some of the other women that she was raped years ago. And she told Uba this a year prior to when they filmed the show. And she's heard that Uba would accuse her of sleeping with somebody on the show, especially knowing that she was raped. Now, anybody would be like, Uba, what the fuck is you? What are you thinking? Anybody would be mad at Uba for making for calling someone a whore when they were, sexually abused or raped, previously before. So a lot of the women, once Bren told all the other women that, they were angry with Uba. One of the women told Uba, Bren is telling people that she told you she was raped and you knew. Uba went crazy. She said, she stormed out of the room. Now mention this is all on those little tiny little cameras. That is, those 24-hour cameras that is around their little rented, hotel home. She ran into Bren's face and said, you never told me that. You're a liar. And so that caused a whole nother argument. All right. Mention cameras are still down. Like when I say cameras are still down, there's no cameras actually like in their faces. We are seeing the cameras through like a big brother lens. Okay. They get into another argument. Then the women are separated. I think the producers were still in the house and they made Uba pack her bags and go to a hotel because it was looking to get physical. Once Uba left, Bren, the one sitting down, the one in the sparkly dress, she looks all innocent and pretty hair. She looks all innocent. She then tells the women, you know what? Maybe I didn't tell her. Maybe I thought I told her, but I don't think I did tell her. So whoops, my bad. Bitch, what? I hate calling women bitches. I'm sorry. I renege that comment. Sorry. But, bitch, what? You up here and said you accused this woman of knowing that you were raped. And then you literally caused a whole entire argument. People are looking at Uba sideways because they're like, how could you be so cruel and you know that she was raped? And Uba's swearing that she never was told that. And Brenda's like, yes, I did tell you that. I swear I told you. But as soon as she leaves and goes to a hotel room, the way that she did it. Well, actually, so we don't really see how she tells the women that, whoops, my bad. It was told, of course, because all this happens off camera, it was told through confessionals of their different confessionals of how she said it. And they all had the same story. So I believe all of them of how she delivered that message. Now, I know that a lot of people are probably thinking that, Bryn is, because now all the women are thinking that Bryn's a liar. She lies. She says things to make it in her favor, to turn people against each other. She always plays the victim because Bryn, she's a 39-year-old woman, I believe. I think she's in her late 30s. And she does always have that sweet, innocent baby voice talk going on. And she's just so lovable and so joyful and just so, she always seems like she's innocent. Like, look at this picture. She's smiling. She looks innocent. She looks like the perfect angel. And she plays that perfect angel really, really dangerously. Where throughout this season, they show clips of her lying and mixing the stories up. But you believe her because who wouldn't believe this adorable face? You know what I'm saying? Are you guys following what I'm saying? I hope I'm not talking too fast. Anyways, I think that this is what really happened, even though I said, bitch, what the fuck? This is what I think happened. After Uba went into Bryn's face screaming, you did not tell me, yada, 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 yada. And once Uba was removed from the hotel, maybe Bryn went back in her room and thought about it. Maybe I didn't tell Uba this. Maybe I'm confused. Maybe I thought I told her this, or maybe I didn't explain it properly where she understood that it was me. I don't know. Maybe she just went back in her, I'm just thinking this was thinking. Maybe she went back in her room and really thought that maybe, or remembered that she didn't tell her this. And then wanted to tell the other woman, I think I messed up. I think I didn't tell her that. That's a possibility. Right? Right? I might be giving her the benefit of the doubt. But, considering all the flashbacks that I saw, because I haven't watched the season, it looks like this is who Bryn really is, though. She lies to benefit herself, if that makes sense. I don't know what's going to happen with this group or with Bryn after this season. I don't really see this group coming back. The fans really, really, really did hate this season. And with someone like Bryn, who has lied multiple times on camera and had then said a dangerous lie about someone knowing that you were raped and try to use it against them, how could you be trusted amongst the other women? Again, how could you be friends with the other women if they all don't trust you? So I don't see how Bryn, if this cast, which I don't think, does come back for a third season, season 16, this will be their third season. As I mentioned, this is a new cast. So I don't see this group coming back for a third season. But if they do, how does Bryn come back amongst the group when all of them do not trust her? I do think that this is Bryn's last season. I think they're all of their last seasons. But Bryn for sure, I don't think is coming back to this show. I don't think she'll be fired. I think that she will really quit. I think that she probably feels uncomfortable with where she's at within the group. After that drama happened on the cast trip, she left the cast trip early. And when she left the cast trip early, the producers thought maybe this will be a good time for all of you all to leave and go back home. So they only spent 3 days on their cast trip. And so, yeah, I don't know where this group goes on from here. After that dramatic finale. You know what? I did like their you know how all these housewives, the season finales, they have those like the exit title cards. I like the way they did it. Their exit title card was their promotional shoot their intro shoot for the theme song with them carrying an apple and have their taglines. I thought that was so cool to see the behind the scenes of how it's filmed and, of the shots and everything like that. I thought that was so cool to see. And I like that. I think that all the shows should do that, honestly. But yeah, I don't know where the show goes. I don't know if this cast can come back. It was a boring season. It was a really boring season. I think that they need to mix in the OGs with this current cast. Pull in Ramona, pull in Luann, pull in Sonia, pull in Dorinda. They all been itching to come back on Bravo since they got fired after season 13. Bring them back. And Kelly Ben Simone as well. Why not? I can't see this cast coming back for a third season. This cast alone, especially after the bad response, the backlash that fans, had said about this current season, there's no way Bravo is going to bring this cast back. And then they got rid of Dubai for this show? No, it's not happening. Not happening at all. Oh, Brennan Uba. I will say this. I do like Sai and I do like Jessel. And I could see them coming back. But the other women, Jenna, Aaron, Uba, and Bren, and I don't know, I forgot the one on the end with who holding her ponytail, the new one. I can't see them coming back on the show at all. I can't see it. I mean, Anthony, do you watch any of the Housewives at all or no?
I don't. I
Right.
want to get into it because like you hear some people talk about it, laughing about it, but I always feel so like no. But if I had my own, if I was part of it, like Houston, the Real Housewives of Houston, or
I'm
Real
surprised I don't
Tops,
have one yet.
Real Tops of Houston.
What's Tops? Oh. For all my straight listeners, there's a lot of female listeners. Tops and bottoms
Oh,
is something
oh,
that
that's right.
the gay community use in that's our lingo. So the
That's
real
right. I'm
tops
sorry.
of Houston's. All the tops who would join that show, they would be secretive bottoms. They would be bottoms in the closet,
Oh,
as the gays
wow.
would say.
They would say.
But I don't know if that show will ever happen, especially with this current president, your president. And I don't know if he's
Mm,
your president, but that is not my president. All right. Your state was in the red, FYI. Texas was a red state,
so
FYI.
many of us out voting. I don't want to use the conspiracy theories what they did in 2020, but I feel like something was rigged. And people was in that. Listen, I was at the Houston Kamala
Were
her.
you
I was
her
there.
campaign
It
rally?
was packed in
Oh, I'm
Houston.
jealous. I am
Yes, in
jealous.
Houston, and it was hot as heck outside.
So you saw Beyonce Kelly rolling.
I did. Now I will say Kelly is so beautiful, but that suit was so damn big.
It was big on her.
It
She was
was
giving
cute.
Ellen DeGeneres. Yeah. She
She's
was giving lesbian
giving.
vibes.
I'm dressing my little daughter up for Halloween, and all I have is my dad's suit. It was big, but
I'm so
she was
jealous that
elegant.
I wanted to go to Kamala. I keep saying Kamala. I want to go to one of her campaign rallies because I just really want to support her. And I was really shocked. JT and I said this after obviously he won. I was shocked that he won. I actually thought that we were going to get our first female black president. And it's very very sad that she didn't win, and it's really sad and disappointing that he won because he's been working. It's only what like 5 days into his little new job role, and he has
No,
been
3 days.
well. It's Friday.
Oh,
This-
this is Friday. It is Friday. I
the
I'm not gonna say
listeners
I
know
wasn't.
that we record early. The listeners know
Oh,
that this is
oh yeah,
pre-recorded,
yeah.
but yeah, it's Friday.
Like I wasn't shocked that he won. I was shocked at how many states he won. I
Yes, yeah.
That's what was shocking to me, and I think because I do have a lot of, straight men friend, black, white, Hispanic men, and a lot of them are very for some reason like, oh, Trump this and Trump that. And I'm like,
Mhm.
but I get that maybe you don't want to see a woman in office. I get that, but let's forget all that. Dress it down to the policies. Which policy helps you? Tell me.
Well, we're going to talk about that because he's changing a lot of policies. But first, I
Oh,
wanted to mention for
yeah.
his inauguration, a lot of celebrities actually went to go perform at his inauguration. Carrie Underwood was the main celebrity who did the national anthem, which people were shocked about her, but I don't think she received as much backlash as the rapper Nelly, Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, and Soulja Boy, who also performed at his inauguration. I want to say that they were celebrating at the party, the after party for his inauguration. They all performed at the after party, and it was shocking that all four males, black males at that, would even perform for him, especially for Snoop Dogg, because back in 2017, he made a viral video saying that, he was upset for the black people for Chrisette Michele to perform at Donald Trump inauguration back in 2016. I'm sorry, not 17, 2016. So it's really shocking that Snoop would, change his mind. I guess it's all about the money, right?
And that's
All money
disappointing,
isn't
isn't
good
it?
money.
Isn't that so disappointing? It's like you're already a millionaire. Y'all all are all millionaires already. And I'm not saying that, again, I'm not going to bash people for changing their vote. I want to bash people for not upholding what's right, bro. Come on. Snoop, it's fucked up, bro. You're
We're not
fucked up for that. I'm
they're
sorry.
not standing in they're not really standing united with the community, the black community. And if you're part of the, diversity, whatever you are, that's the community that you stand with. And that's the community that he's against. Trump is against all communities unless it only pertains to white men, not even women. You have to be white men. That's the only thing Trump represents and stands for in this country. And it's really sad to see Carrie perform, a white woman, when he's taken away women's rights. He don't want you to have abortions. Come on now. And then these rappers. I'm just really, really disappointed. Since he became president, I'm just going to name a few laws that he has changed. He has decided to renege Joe Biden's executive order that sought to lower prescription drugs for Americans. Like, and I read that one first because a lot of people who voted for Trump are actually people who make less than $40,000 or $30,000 a year. And that actually would benefit them. People on Medicaid, you idiots. And I'm actually kind of here for it too, in a way, because I
Oh.
want the joke to be on you, to all you people who thought that they could benefit by voting for Trump. He
Mm.
also signed an executive order to require federal workers to return to work full time in person. I'm sorry, to return full time in person to their job. He then signed an executive order to withdraw the U.S. from the World Health Organization.
Mm.
Bitch, what the fuck? All right. Then
Only three countries, too, by the way.
he revoked the Equal Employment Opportunity Act of 1965, which prohibited discrimination in hiring and employing based on race, color, religion, sex, and national origin. He then has banned the LGBTQ plus flag in federal and U.S. embassies. And then he has also ordered health agencies such as FDA, CDC, and NIH to pause communication with the public until February 1st. And he's also is revoking the shootings of Martin Luther King and JF Kennedy from the public eye.
Mm. I think that one he's releasing the all the information on it.
Oh, is
Which
that what he's doing?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I might
from
have
our
got that
which
wrong.
which
Okay,
that's a good one that he's releasing the information
okay.
because you get a chance to show you what because he says about transparency. Now I do agree with that, but everything else, bro,
Then
like
release the Epstein's list. Release the Diddy's list. If we're going to talk about
oh,
transparencies, I didn't know that. I must have misread that. But then release those lists. If we're going to release lists, that's the people that we want to see. Who actually was on the Epstein Island list and who was actually involved in the Diddy sex trafficking and the Diddy parties, that little enterprise that Diddy had. Release those names as well. If we're going to release something. So he did one good thing. Thanks for you, because I would have told these people something wrong. He did one good thing out of everything he did this week. But to me, reneging Joe Biden's executive order to really lower prescription drugs for Americans. That to me is really, really scary because a lot of people, our grandparents, our aunts, uncles who could be on Medicaid, they already can't afford medicine as it is. And the fact that you are now taking that back and you're not trying to like, lower the cost of medicines, that just says a lot about who you actually stand for. Donald Trump has always been for the rich and only for the rich.
I would love to talk to some of their supporters, and I would love to say, do you have an elderly family member? Tell me how this policy and every single policy that you can list, just ask people, how does this make America great? I want you to explain this to me. I don't want you to talk about Joe Biden. I want you to talk about the crazy liberals, and I want you to talk about woke this and woke that. Don't get distracted. Let's go by just black and white policies. How does taking away lowering prescriptions for these older people? Oh my goodness, this is making my hair fly off my fucking head. How does that make America great? Help me with that. Can somebody please?
How does withdrawing the U.S. from the World Health Organization help this country, especially after he was in office when COVID took place? He was the blame of why some Americans died because he did not actually take that seriously. So how does withdrawing us from the World Health Organization benefit making this country great? How does taking away the Equal Employment Opportunity Act help this country become great? These people can fire me because I'm a black gay male. My employer can fire me because of that and tell me that to my face, and I can't do no legal actions.
Not a
I
damn
can't do
thing.
that.
Nope.
That's what that man is doing to us. And it kills me when people go to his inaugurations and stand there and celebrating, especially people of the diverse crowd. That pains me. Because you know what
and it goes back
we
to the
call them?
stars.
We call them coons. We call them coons. No matter if you're not black, you can be Indian, you can be Spanish. You're a coon to your community.
Samuel Jackson. What's that movie? What's that movie?
D-
Samuel
uh,
Jackson.
I can't pronounce it. Danger.
The Jingle.
Uh,
The
Jingle.
Django.
Yeah,
Django.
Jamie Foxx with Jamie Foxx. Yep.
With Jamie Foxx, whoever that black man was, that is how I see them. And the
Yeah.
reason why is
Pleasing the white people.
specifically what you just said, because the equal opportunity to pull that away.
Hmm.
Come on, man. How can that make America great when you can discriminate based off of, does not have to do with your job performance, does not have to do with your work ethic, does not have to do with performance, just based off of something that you cannot change, like the color of your
Hmm.
skin?
Hmm.
And you are okay with that. Your performance showed me you are okay with what this man is doing. I do not respect Snoop Dogg again. Not about his political choice, about his political choice specifically when it comes to this that impacts his people that look just like him. That's
Yeah.
disappointing to me.
Yeah. And for
Oh,
those celebrities, I will have to say that Donald Trump represents rich people. Well, to me, Donald Trump only represents white Americans, but they also have to be part of the 1%. And so a lot of celebrities, rich people, voted for Donald Trump because of the tax, the tax rates, and he doesn't want to raise or have them pay higher taxes on, when they do their tax returns. And so I know that a lot of celebrities and people who have money voted for him for that reason, but they have to think of the bigger picture. They also have to think about the rest of America and how everything that he stands for can actually apply to us, if that makes sense. That's what kills me. And Project 2025, do you know about that?
Jess about to talk about that. Yes, I do. Oh, let's talk
There's
about that.
over there's over I'm not gonna read all of them, and I'm gonna obviously I'm on the screen right now is a list of things that they want to change, and already they done 10 out of, I think there's 50 things on this list. They done 10 out of the 50 things, but one of the things on this list that really hurts my heart and I'm scared of is that they want to ban books around slavery. They don't want slavery to be taught no longer. They don't want that to be taught anymore in schools. They want that to just go away. And that just kills me. The fact that, and that will happen. Everything on this list will happen.
It's
All
some of this
right?
happening right now in Florida now. In Florida right
Oh,
now,
it
they
is.
already started to those banned books already to
They did. I forgot.
whitewash
Yeah.
history.
Yeah. Also on this list, cut Social Security. That's gonna cut Medicare. Raise the retirement age, higher taxes for the working class, and end marriage equality. all this is gonna happen. Defund the FBI and Homeland Security. Use the military to break up domestic protests. So that means no more protesting. All this stuff will happen, Anthony. All this stuff will happen, and that's what scares me, and that's why I can't really respect anybody who did vote for Trump. I just have no respect for you guys because you guys are really making this country go back to the 1800s.
Oh, so disappointing, man. And again, I guess bothers me so much, not about you being a Republican or a Democrat, again, because I'm right smack in the middle. What bothers me is that you are going to policies that directly hurts you,
Or
like,
people you know,
or people
or in
you
your
know.
family. Yeah.
Like, most of the policies don't even help the average people who voted for him. It doesn't help him. You're not in the tax bracket that you're going to get impacted with. You're not there. It doesn't even. It helps the 1%. You idiots.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
this is what pissed me off because I think I've told the listeners this. One of my favorite TV shows growing up was the Roseanne show. I love that show, all 10 seasons. One of my favorite. But the Roseanne Barr herself, she's very ignorant. Roseanne to me is like the leader of MAGA. I don't know if you know this, but she
She
released a
raps and
rap
shit.
song.
Yeah,
She had a
yeah.
rap song, but she had braids. She had braids in that video. Okay, looking like a
Bitch,
fucking fool.
bitch,
All
really?
right. You're now you're mocking the black culture, all right? Because all rappers don't look like how you looked in that video. Iggy Azalea never had braids like that, all right? Eminem never had braids. Anyways, what pisses me off because you said that these people who voted for Trump, they don't think about how this can impact their families. Roseanne has a gay sister and a gay brother who are both married to their spouse on this Project 25 list, end marriage equality, that affects her family. So that's the first, when you said that, that's what I thought about immediately. About people like her who don't really think about their family when you vote for dictators like Donald Trump. He's a dictator. And then that Elon Musk, did you see his little Nazi stance that he did at the inauguration as well? Did you see
Yeah,
that video?
and it's
Here's a
funny.
Go ahead.
People, I'm sorry to cut you off. In Germany, the one of the chancellors or one of their political leaders was like, "I don't know about you, but it looks like a Hell Hitler sign." In Germany, they are saying it. So stop this junk that's on Twitter where some people say, "Well, let's compare when what's her what
Not Michelle,
Kamala."
Obama, Hillary, and
Yeah,
Kamala did it. When they did
stop
it,
it.
they were saying they were actually talking about. I think, especially for Kamala, she said we don't want to go back there. And then they took that there, and they took that freeze frame, and then they try to compare it to what Elon did on Monday. Same with Obama. He was talking about going back, and during his speech, and he did that. You can't take a freeze frame and try to spin it. However. I will say this because here at the comment section. We do keep it real, Anthony. We do. How how the video is cut? There is an extended video which I just saw yesterday. I was gonna say today. Well, today because today's Thursday, but I just saw this today. Elon did do boom that gesture, but at the end, this is the part that was cut out. He said, "My heart goes out to all you." So I don't know if he realized what he did and he tried to clean it up, but he was touching his heart and then giving it to the audience. That's, I guess, what he was doing. Because at the end of that, he
I
said,
didn't see
"My
that part.
heart goes out." And a lot of people have not seen all that. A lot of people have not seen that video. And I will have to say, maybe the media is trying to spin it to make it seem like he did, but it still was inappropriate. It still was inappropriate to even do that. Because he kept doing this. He kept doing that for the least 30 seconds before he said what he said. I'm just disappointed from the entire thing. I can't help but talk about it, read about it, look on everything that he's reneging and changing. I'm just so obsessed with it now. And I feel bad for the listeners because I don't know from here on out if I will be continuing to talk about all the changes he makes every week. And I don't want people who are into politics not to listen, but wake up, people. This is important because it may not matter to you, but it can matter to someone who you care about and who you love. And your vote for the next, presidential run is not going to be Trump because he can't run no more, but it could be the vice president. It could be someone like Trump. So you need to wake the fuck up and realize what these people are trying to do. They're trying to set us back to the early 1800s and take away all of our rights. Wake the fuck up, people.
And
Wake
that's
up.
not even being and you're not even being extreme. Like this is
That's
real. This
real.
is real. Like
Real.
this is not you even like just some hyperbole. Like
Exaggerating.
this is
No,
real, bro.
real. Yeah. She's thinking about her
Woo!
rights. Marriage
Mm.
equality. Why am I not allowed to get married if I want to get married to another man? How does that affect you? Not you, but Trump. How does that affect you? How does
It's
having a gay flag in federal buildings when they have all these other flags in the federal building? How does that affect you? It shows when we have the gay flag and all these other flags in federal buildings that this country is united. We stand for love, peace, and harmony. So now to me, not having that in the federal buildings, that's because that's not what this country represents.
damn. That's a deep way to think about it. Like that.
It
It
breaks my
almost feels
heart.
like that. Yeah. It
It
almost feels
breaks my
like that.
heart that I live in a country where I can't even be myself anymore. You ever seen the show Handmaid's Tale?
Mm-mm.
Where it's on Hulu, and it's where they take away women's rights, and if you're a gay male, they execute you immediately. They shoot you in the head, and that's what this is actually making me fear is that they're gonna ban being gay, and all the little fucking faggot ass idiots who are the gays for Trump. You're dumb as fuck. You are dumb as fuck. Because I forgot to mention this on the list. There is no more non-binary. He took that away as well. That was the first thing he did in the first 15 minutes of him being in office is take that non-binary away. Go ahead, say it. You
So
weren't you're here for it.
so here's the thing.
Say it. This is the comment section. Come on, say how you feel.
This listen, this is a safe space,
Yeah,
and oh
it
my
is.
God,
We don't
I don't
judge.
want I don't want to lose any. I don't want any of your listeners being lost from me saying this. But here's the thing I have to say. I think that
I told you he voted for
sometimes
him.
I didn't vote for him, but I do think that there's sometimes where people don't do that. Don't do that. I don't
He
know. What is
wearing
that?
red too. He's wearing red.
Bottle girl. Oh, oh my God! And then like this part is red. I need to make sure I have the blue. I have to expose this blue. Um, I think that's some part of the LGBTQ plus and everything else. If I forgot something, I'm sorry, y'all. Don't send no hate mail to me. But I think that what happens is that there's so many distinctions at times that people who are just not maybe used to it, it kind of scares them away. Like there is one person says like don't view like I think it was online like they view themselves as a fucking cat.
A fury. They're called furies.
Come on, a cat? Cat don't listen. Cat don't pay no bills and they don't got no license. So give me your license. Give me all this shit. Like it's certain things. I think they started to. You start to
Well,
categorize
that's not
so
real. That's
much.
not real. Like you
Oh,
can't
it's
say that.
not.
No, no, no. You can't have that on your license or your birth certificate. You can't have being a
Oh, okay.
fury actually on your birth certificate.
Because I was like, listen, now when he did that, I was like, good because I'm getting tired of those furries or
But
something.
it's the pronouns. It's the them, they, their pronouns. It's the non-binary pronouns. And now you're either he, him, his, or she, her, or hers. There is no non-binary or them, they, their. And you know what? I can't lie. I think I said, well, I got canceled on YouTube because of this comment. I was against the whole non-binary and the them, they, theirs. I was like, that's stupid. And I said this years ago, and I got canceled, and that's why I had to quit YouTube. But later, I did finally understand the purpose of it. And I'm gonna say this right now: the singer Big Frida. People who look like I don't even know her pronouns. I'm just gonna say her. People who look like Big Frida. How would you, if you look like Big Frida, what would you want to be? A non-binary, right?
Damn, that's
Right?
so fucking true.
Because what would you? Because people that Big Frida has a beard, but has long hair and nails. But so for people who and I don't want to say trans because Big Frida's not trans, but they probably would be comfortable with being non-binary. So they would be a them, they, there. Those are the people that I think
That's
about
true.
when Trump took away that act. And I know a lot of people they did abuse that them, they, there, and that everybody should have that title. But if you in your heart don't feel like you are a male or female, okay, who am I to say that you don't, believe it? If you don't look it, like let's say I want to go by them, they, there, who are you to tell me that
That's
I
true.
So I feel bad
Mm.
for the people who may not just be comfortable with identifying as a male or female, but
Big
I do
Frida was
think,
wild. That was a. I'll be honest, right here on this recording right now. This is no editing. I will admit that is definitely an eye opener when you put it like that. Because I
yeah.
instantly thought of maybe 15 people who I would say look where you can't really like say one or the other one, and you would ask them like, what would you even? So I guess if they don't feel like they're either, damn. Look at this. Look at you educating me right live here on
I had it, but I
fair.
like I said, I had got received a lot of backlash years ago and about my comment, and I never understood it until I really sat down and thought about it. And you can learn a lot in 4 years. And I don't know anything, but Trump could just take away, I don't know, something I hate, and I'm like, why the fuck did he do that? Fuck that
Bro,
motherfucker! I don't give a
that's
fuck
real.
anymore. Like I don't know. He could take away, what do I hate? Prune juice. Who the fuck is he to take away prune juice? Like
Or motherfuckers who drive in the left lane and your ass is
and go
going
slow.
slow. Anybody who drive in the left lane and you're going less than 5 miles over the speed limit, get a motherfucking ticket.
If he did that,
Deport them.
I actually
Deport
would be
their
like,
ass.
if he did
I
that,
will vote for him then for a
oh!
third term. Let me stop. I'm not gonna do that. I'm about to.
Oh my God.
It's terrible.
Yo. I don't know what we're going to do for the next 4 years, friend. I am terrified every day I'm waking up. And like I said, I'm obsessed with this. I'm obsessed. We've talked about this for 40 minutes. That's how obsessed I am. You see, we've been talking about
Trying
this
to
for
help.
like about 40 minutes. I am just, we got to move on, but, I'm disappointed, guys. And, we will try to get through this together. Um, and hopefully, this is the only thing I'm going to wrap this up. Hopefully, all the people who voted for him said that he's going to make a better change. Let's just hope that he does. I don't see it, but let's hope that to this madness, there is a better change at the end of the rainbow.
That was good.
Kid
I like
Cudi.
that. I like
Oh, you
that.
like oh, you like my ending?
Yeah, it was very like peaceful. Unlike Kid Cudi, he wasn't not in a good mood.
I was gonna say that's how we do it on the comment section. All right, you wait till you see JT and I in action. Batman and Robin over here. All right, we a bad duo. We a bad duo over here on the comment section.
Bottle girl.
Oh my God, you was a fool. Rapper Kid Cudi. He recently got someone broke in his house. I was like Rob, but a fan broke into his house. All right. He let everyone know yesterday on Instagram in this message. He said, "Hey, so I want to clear this up because I see that the internet's running with things and making jokes and shit is not funny. The person that broke into my house was a crazed fan that has been stalking me for years without me knowing. He's been to shows, events that I've done in the States and overseas. He drove across the country and he drove across the country and broke into my house hoping to talk with me about collaborating in ideas with me. It's not funny, but it's just funny how these fans think. There's nothing funny about this. My privacy was violated and now I have to protect myself. I don't feel safe now. He rampaged through my things, my fiance stuff, took a shower, ate, all while
What?
thinking he was going to have a conversation with me. This was an unhinged 34-year-old man, not homeless. I'm going to take some serious security measures to make sure this doesn't happen again. This is why I don't want to be a celebrity. Because all these celebrities'
Wow.
addresses is on public record. You lived in LA and you know how easy it is to find out where a celebrity is and how to go in someone's house. Have you ever did when you were in LA, have you ever did the celebrity tours?
So I have done the celebrity tours, and they go to show different people houses, and I
Hmm.
actually have been to maybe 3 or 4 different parties of a couple different celebrities. Of course, I'm not gonna say that on here. And you will be surprised, like how 1 or 2 persons you are away from knowing where somebody lives at or being invited to a function that's not like you're not deeply scrutinized on who you are or what have you. Some people say don't have no cell phones, but it's easy to get that information. But I think
What
that this
party
is
were
very
you at,
scary.
Diddy's?
Baby, I wish. Give me that oil, baby. Yeah, bottle girl.
That's not funny.
It's not oil bottle or bottles of oil at that. Should I be
I'm
the
not
bottle boy?
laughing. I'm not laughing.
Baby, I be the bottle boy. But bottle boy is when the oil on you like this.
David went to Diddy's. David went to a Diddy.
Okay, listen. Did you see it? It was like 2000 and something. It was one picture where Diddy was
He was a good
okay.
looking guy. He still look good
He
looking.
he
But you
looked
know what?
good.
I don't care. Rape doesn't look good on nobody, so he's ugly in my eyes.
It doesn't look good, but depending on who, let me stop. I'm not. It does not look good. It does not look good. It does not look good. But he did look very. I would be upset if I woke up and something was happening for the first 5 seconds, and then I would just say, you know what? Let me stop. Okay, Kid Cudi, back to Kid Cudi.
He was putting stuff in the baby oil. That Diddy. He was putting sleeping medicine in the baby oil. Yes.
You're
Yes.
lying.
No.
Now
They
I didn't read
actually,
that.
how didn't you? I was gonna call you JT. They took samples and they found date rape stuff in the baby oil. He had it all in his baby oil. So when you rub it on, it makes you all lucid. He was sick. That motherfucker is a sick man. He is sick. Kidnapping and raping 10-year-old boys.
Now wait a minute. Now that's okay. I was not at his party. When you said 10-year-old shit, hell no.
Oh, now
I
you know. Oh,
no
now
no
he's
no
taking it
no
back.
no bottle no absolutely no bottle boy. Get that oil off of me. Hell no. I didn't realize it was that. No, I thought it was like
Yes.
grown adult. Honestly, let me be fair.
No, it was grown adults there, but raping kids, raping
Oh
14-year-olds.
no. Oh no no no
Yes.
no. Oh no no no.
Yes.
Oh no
That's the
no.
whole point. I mean, yeah, he was
No no
raping,
no.
adults as well. Not saying that the raping adults is, doesn't make it even worse, but raping kids to me is worse than adult.
Now that's
But
sick. That's
yeah.
sick.
hmm
Okay. No.
Yeah.
No bottle boy for me there. No 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 no. No.
But to Kid Cudi, like, as I'm always scared. I brought up the celebrity thing because when I did my celebrity, I was in LA 2 years ago and we did a Hollywood tour and they took us to Miley Cyrus' house. Hillary Duff, like, lives in a regular neighborhood. She has no high gate. She has a small little fence. Like, for someone like Hillary Duff, you would think she lives behind gates. She lives in a regular neighborhood. We pulled up to the front of her house. Her and Nicole Murphy lives right across the street from Hillary. Like, I would never want to be a celebrity because you never know who would want to break in your house and, like, this guy, want to
Take a
collab with you,
shower.
eat a sandwich. But do you remember that movie? You ever seen that movie called Bling Ring? It came out with the
Mm.
woman Harmony who played in Harry Potter. She starred in this movie, and it was based on a true story. These group of kids went to celebrities' houses, broke in their houses because a lot of celebrities leave their front door open, and they would go in and take showers and eat sandwiches and stay with their food.
Why
So they
everybody else eating sandwiches? They say, you know what? I'm gonna make a sandwich. I'm gonna break into the house and I'll make a goddamn sandwich, a hoagie at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? They ain't got nothing else you could find up in there. Please.
I'm trying to think if I broke in Beyonce's house, I probably do want to see what kind of soaps you see. Honestly, because you think about it, these rich people's houses, their soap is probably the best of the soap, from somewhere
Yeah.
in Africa. Oh, can you
Yeah.
imagine? And because I love her shampoo, I have Sacred in my shower. Her Sacred shampoo, it's everything. It's everything.
Think she even use it though?
Probably not. These people don't use their own products,
I don't
but.
think they be using their own stuff. They just put a name
But
on
I
it.
can just only imagine what could be in their fridge, in their shower, all the, But it's
Ooh.
wild. It's wild to think.
And they don't have hard water stains because they got their water's filtration system. Oh, that is true. That
Ooh.
shower probably hit you so.
Ooh. Ooh, what else you want to? Okay, let's break in the house and let's see. Let's do Beyonce's.
I want to walk in and see a whole bunch of bottle girls waiting for me. Like, we were waiting for Mr. Marcus White and Dahveed. We were waiting for you, and I'm just like,
Hello.
yeah. I'm sorry. Okay. That is true being famous, but I mean, if I ever become famous, I would say no. Forget famous. If I ever become rich and famous, because you can be famous and they can break in and beat your ass because you ain't got no protection.
They
But
did it
if
with
you
Kim
rich,
Kardashian. Remember? They broke in a
oh, that's
hotel
true.
and tied her up. That was a couple like 10 years ago, I think. Yeah,
Did they really tire her? That was real?
yeah, that was
Oh,
real.
and oh, that's why it robbed her.
They tied her and someone else. It was another. Oh, she was from the woman from Beverly Hills Housewives. She was in the hotel with her,
She ain't got
and they
no
tied.
security.
They was her security. She hired these people when she went to Paris for Fashion Week, and the security team was the people who did the.
Oh my God.
Yep, yep. Some.
She
It's
need.
like that. It's like that movie Taken. They did some Taken shit. Like it was the people that she hired that
Oh, she didn't bring them with them. She got them there. Oh,
Now
that
she
was
does. Now she does. But when you go to these different countries, you ask your friends, who do you use for security? You hire security
true.
when you
True.
go to wherever you are. Even if you aren't in the States, they usually hire security. But yeah, it's a scary being a celebrity. I would just be paranoid with being a celebrity, honestly. I would be scared because I would never know who is trying to. Everyone is a fan. But the movie The Bodyguard was about a crazy fan who wants to kill her. Whitney Houston. So
I
when yeah,
forgot
when
all
Kid
about
Cudi
that.
when Kid Cudi released that statement, that's the first thing that came to my mind. Like I could never, if I ever was a celebrity, and I can't afford to live behind closed like a gated community. Like Paris Hilton just recently moved behind a gate. She didn't live behind a gate for years. That's why she kept getting robbed. I would have to live in a secured building like I am
Yep.
now. My building is very secured. You have to have a code to get behind the gate. You have to have a code after you get behind the gate. Then you have to get a code to get in the building. And then you have to have another code. I live in a very secured building. I'm not nobody, but if I was a celebrity, I definitely would need something like this.
Yeah, that's that kind of situation. I think is so scary because like here he is coming home and you see a random person. He done ate his food, made a sandwich at that. And
Took a shower.
imagine if like he took a goddamn shower. Imagine if he used like sometimes you're like I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna get like I know I'm gonna get this kind of shampoo, right? And then you got the last little bit left. And you're like, damn, when I go home, I'm gonna take a shower and I'm gonna go
And
to the
someone
store.
used it.
And they used the last bit to the point where he pressed it down like this, and then the bottle folds. He was mad as hell. He emptied it when the
Empty the
bottle was
bottle.
folding. Man, you got fucked up fucking with me.
What if he
We
used
couldn't
his
right.
rag? What if he used his wash rag? And his
He got a
towel? What if he used his
oh.
toothbrush? Ugh.
Now
Ugh.
if he's my toothbrush, I'm pressing charges for sure.
That's why these
For
celebrities
sure.
need these big dogs. I have a Doberman with me. My dog's a Doberman and Pit mix. That's why
Did
these
he
celebrities need
how big
dogs.
is he? I remember I seen him as a
Let me
puppy.
see. Come here, Aisha. Aisha, come here.
Let me
I don't know if you
see.
guys can see. Can you see him?
I have
See
plants.
him?
Damn.
You see him?
Hell yeah.
Hi,
Big as
baby.
hell. His name is Hydra.
Ahijah. And he ain't
Oh,
friendly.
I thought you were talking about like Hydra, like from the damn
Come here.
what's it called from Marvel.
I don't know who you're talking about. But
It's
that's
it's
well, he's not. He doesn't want to
he
play.
is
Never mind.
big.
I don't know if you can. Yeah, it's my baby. This is the TV I bought. It's in the box still.
Oh, your place is so cute. You
Oh,
don't gotta
thank
cut that
you.
out. It's cute. High ceilings. You have black and white images. Okay.
I try, friend. I try. I try. But I'm in a secured building, so don't no one try shit.
You are in
I
a
have a
secure
big ass
building.
dog. Try some shit. Try it. Try it. Well, that was the show. Our show went over an hour. We can't even
Was
talk about all the other shit. It's over
was
an hour.
was that it?
That's it. It went by quickly, didn't it? And that's not even the stuff I recorded without you.
I was ready for the rest of the stuff. I was ready. It didn't even feel like no hour to me.
It's an hour.
Damn.
We can talk. We want to talk about TikTok being back real quick. TikTok's back. It went away on Sunday, January 19th. But Trump, your president, not yours, but you guys, the president, he extended it to be for an American buyer for 90 days. So all you TikTokers are back online with all your fans and all your million fans.
What I didn't like about it is that it was pretty much just him want to take credit. Like, why does it need to be an announcement on the platform with him saying he's such a fucking narcissist, man? And how can somebody who support him? I know you support him, but y'all look at this man. Come on,
And you
everything.
know, he's the reason
Come
why it went
on,
away.
man.
Do you know that? He's the reason why it went away. So when he was president, he was concerned about, because it's owned by a Chinese owner. He was concerned that China could spy through us through TikTok. And he is the reason why for the past 4 years that rumor was circulating. So he's the reason why. So he brought it up, and that's why it went away. And then when he comes back, he just, takes the credit. He saved TikTok. To me, it's all a plan. It's all according to plan.
Uh, it's just ridiculously dumb, and not it's so many other things that I just can pull my freaking hair out about it. TikTok is funny as hell, and I have looked at a few different things, and I'm on it, but not as much as I now lately I've been. Now that it came back, I said, you know what, I'm about to get back on this. It's just those dances. I can't keep up with the dances. I think it's because although like I'm still in my 20s, um. It's hard to keep up with them dances. How the hell these donkeys be doing all that stuff? I don't know. My knees hurt.
I don't know how to talk or tick, so I'm not a TikToker. I don't
Really?
watch videos. No, it's too hard for me to like work. It's so I don't know. Like how Instagram you can just like go on your feeds and look. Like TikTok, don't they just like send you the videos to watch? I don't like that algorithms shit. Like I don't know. It's just too complicated for me to watch. I feel like I just never got into it. I never got into it. Never. Never.
Yeah, I didn't really start watching it until lately. Like I do have an account and I posted a few different videos, but I really wasn't ever on it. But every time I get on it, it was always have some kind of different new dance, and I'm like, I can't keep up with these damn dances. I feel so stiff,
The
like my
only one, but they do
29-year-old
it on
bones.
Instagram. They do it on Instagram now.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm used to Instagram. I'm used to it,
Yeah.
so
The
it's
only
still
one
I have
I was
dances
like,
there too.
okay. The only one I felt like I was missing out on was the Megan Thee Stallion, the body yada 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 yada. That went viral, and then the Beyonce, the Cuff It. Do you see stars? Bet you see. I forgot. How was it? What was it?
I don't know,
It
but my
was
knees
not know this.
hurt with
It was
that too.
not all. It was not
Yeah.
the maracas.
What isn't it? What do
Dun,
you
dun, dun. I
think?
forgot.
Oh my God, we look our age. Let's stop
Right,
it.
we did.
Oh
No, no,
no.
bitch. I was looking good when I was doing it back 5 years ago. I just forgot how to. Was it 5 years ago? Wait, no, that was more recent. Yeah, 5 years ago, right?
No, 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 not that long. It was
3 years ago.
three. Yep, three.
3 years ago. I forgot. Oh well. She
No,
didn't
only
have.
2 years.
No, it came out in 2022. That's 3 years ago.
Oh shit! Was it
Time's
2022?
going by. Yeah, it was summer 2022. Time is going by. Miss
Damn,
Honey,
Miss
honey,
Honey, Miss.
honey, honey.
You went to. Wait, do you think she's supposed to have another concert? I think she have another concert. We should do
Yeah,
a
it got
concert.
leaked. It got leaked. The dates got leaked.
You
So
lying?
no, she's gonna be in LA in July, and then she's gonna be in Chicago in September, and then she's gonna be overseas in June. Yeah, it's like 6 dates that got leaked, and
Are you
yeah,
serious? Whoever did that
dead
is gonna
serious.
fire, and they probably killed, and gonna get. Promise you. Wait, I need to
Oh,
look at
you
this.
just reminded me of something. Back to the Kid Cudi situation. Did you ever see the show The Crown?
No, I've heard of it though.
So it's about Queen Elizabeth when she was about her life as queen. And in the 80s, someone broke into her palace and was sitting on her bed as she was sleeping. And bypassed security, child, bypassed security, climbed the high fences, walked into her house, not once, but twice. And the one morning she woke up and he was sitting on the edge of her bed. And they had a whole hour conversation. He ended up going to jail for many years, maybe 5 years. But yeah, could you just imagine just about people breaking in your house? It's just some crazy. And he was a
That's
crazy
some
fan.
crazy
He
shit.
just wanted to have a conversation with her. He broke in because he wanted her to know that some areas in England is suffering and she's not doing anything about it. And he was telling her story. And he did impact her to actually make an effort to change, whatever he was complaining. She did change what he was complaining about, but it's because he broke into her house and was sitting on the corner of her bed and was watching her sleep. Yep. Yep.
This
These
is
people, I
crazy.
can never be famous. I can never be fucking famous.
I've had a
Ever.
couple stalkers before too.
Who's talking you, boo?
No, like legit. I'm not even making
Yes,
this shit
ma'am.
up. I
Story
swear,
time.
like
Story
legit.
time.
Oh my
I
god!
want to
Like
hear.
fucking legit. Oh, I don't even want. Okay, so it's this. It was a Jamaican boy.
Always
So this one,
Jamaican.
oh my god! I hope we don't see this. He's gonna probably
But
try to
but
kill me.
but but but.
So I'll try to be quick. So bottle girl. So he so I met him off Jacked, right? And on his pictures he
Explain what
was
Jack is. We have a lot of straight listeners.
okay. So Jacked is a gay dating app. It came out in 2012.
Okay.
I didn't meet him that long ago. I met him. It was like 2023, so like 2 years ago maybe. Anyway, I met him off Jack and looked extremely attractive. Really nice guy. So I was like, hey, we should hang out. He's like, cool, cool, come get me. So I drive over there, go get him. Long story short is when he get in the car, I'm like, hey, let's go out to eat. Cause he, from the dark, he still looked like himself, but I wasn't for sure. Anyway, he said, well, I'll just go to McDonald's and go back to your house. I said, sure, we go to a restaurant. Like, let's go eat. Because I didn't really want to just go hook up. I wanted to
Yeah.
actually spend some time with him. Long
Right.
story short is he said, no, I only want fast food. Get fast food, and we get to the light. The light beams on his face, and he literally is like, I want to say maybe 27 years older. No lie, 27 years older. He's an older, light skinned guy. Face looks
You
like
got
he looked
catfish.
bad. It was it was him, but it was him as a very young man. Okay, but I still was really cool with him. So we get to the house, and when we get to the house, he did have his earbuds in his ear, and I guess he
Okay.
must have left his case or something in my car. No lie. So we get to the house and we're talking, and I just was like, I just wasn't comfortable. And I'm very comfortable with anybody. I'm not intimidated by anybody. I wasn't comfortable with him. And I said, hey, I don't know, I think I'm kind of, I feeling it real good. Maybe I'll take you home. He's like, no, no, don't take me home. I want to stay here with you. I don't go nowhere. I want to stay here. And I'm like, no, like, I'm kind of like, want to go. And he was just sitting there like on his phone, like leaning back and forth. I don't go. I don't go. Long story short is I call him Uber, and the Uber comes. I say, hey, the Uber's here. You want me to leave? You want me to leave? You want to fuck other bloody boys and not me? He's going yelling and crazy. I'm like, no, you have to go. So I finally say, you know what? How about this? I'll get an Uber and just ride back with you. So I get in the Uber. This is a true story. Don't tell nobody. Oh, I guess this has been
No one's
recorded.
listening. No one's listening.
Okay, so I get in the car with I get in the car with him. He's like, "You really gonna come back with me?" I said, "Yeah, I'll come back with you." We get in the car. We go a couple of stop signs. We get to the red light. I jump out of the car and I just run. I run after like a mile. I just run. Like I just run. I don't know why I did this. This is 2 goddamn years ago. Mind you, I was 112 pounds heavier. So I was
Oh,
dying while I was running. I'm dying. My motherfucking titties running up on me like this. I am dying. And I said, fuck this shit. I don't care. I'm just running. I'm running. And so he's blowing my phone up, blowing my phone up. I block his phone. Thankfully, he couldn't remember how my apartment was. Long story short is he texted me on 100 different fucking numbers. He wanted to see me. Where are you at? Why did you leave me? And I was like, look, just leave me alone. He said, you were a whore and so all this, just saying all these different things to me. I come out about a week later. He's literally was at the main entrance asking them, hey, I'm trying to find my friend Dahveed. I was just coming to like, they had a lobby. I'm coming to the lobby and I hear him saying, like, do you know where Dahveed is? I'm trying to look for him. Thankfully, it's Anthony on everything. Like, we don't have a Dahveed here. We
oh,
don't have a Dahveed here. So he
ooh,
must have thought he went to the wrong apartment because there was like a whole bunch of them right
yeah,
next to him. I seen
right.
him out in the club. He like he literally runs behind me. Where have you been? I'm like, you better back up. Like I'm trying to be tough with him. This guy, no lie, I'm not making this up. This is a whole true story. He literally, he like has a little fucking knife and said, "I swear to God, come and talk to me. Come and talk to me." I'm like, I had to like go to security. He's text. He this went on for like a month trying to find where I am. No lie, this is a true story. And I literally shrunk
I
that
want to invite.
story up.
I want to invite him
And
on the comment section. I
no,
want to
like
hear his side. I want
Here's
to hear his
why.
side of it.
Child, here's why. I have done some crazy things. Okay. Oh,
What? Wait,
yeah.
tell this. I don't know if you want to tell it. Remember, you got catfish with a handicap guy. This is years ago, and he.
Oh my God, bruh. Oh my God.
How
Actually,
long? That was like
dude,
what? Was that 10 years ago? Or was it like shorter than
no,
that?
that was further than that. That was 2012 when it happened, and that's when Jack first came. And listen, I gotta stand up. I gotta stand and talk about this. Okay. Are we really still recording this shit? Okay. And this is a true story. And after this, we'll be done. We can talk about politics or whatever
Oh
else.
my god!
This is true. So Jack first came out, just come out, and like I was blown away because remember back then with gay folks, we couldn't just see who was next us to us. We had to just be like, is this person gay, or like go to
Yeah,
like go
right.
to parks and shit and do all those other things to find people. We didn't know, and so here's this time where this app showing people a couple feet away. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. So this guy comes up. Can't say his name, but his name's Craig. Fuck it, I'll tell you. His name's Craig, right?
Hey,
True,
Craig,
true story.
you ain't got to
So
lie, Craig.
for real, and so he was fine, fine. He looked mixed, black and white. He was fine. We talked for like 2 weeks, and talking online is a long ass time. 2 weeks. This is before you
That is
met
a
him. We're
long
talking.
time. No, a lot of
two
people
weeks
don't
we're
know
talking.
that. So
It's a
who
long
tweaks is a
time.
long time. You're in a relationship at that point. I
You
yes.
you're moving in at a week after two. You're moving in. The 2 weeks we're talking for a long goddamn time. So he says, "Hey, come over." I'm like, "I'm gonna come over." Hell yeah, I'm gonna come over. I come over to his house. I knock on the door. I go. He says, "Come on in." So I'm like, "Should I just come in? Was that for me?" So I did another knock, like, "Hello." He says, "Come in." I slowly open the door. Now, while I'm opening the door, nothing's playing but the TV. So the TV playing is blue light coming. So it's kind of freaky because all the lights are off except for the TV. I'm like, "Hey, what's up? Where you at?" He says, "I'm over here, here, here." I don't know where he is. I legit don't know where he is. So I'm like, okay, I'm walking in. Now, weeks before that, they were talking about people when online stuff first happened, people were getting robbed and shit like that. So now this is going in my head. But I'm so horny that I'm saying, you know what? I'm going to play this game. Fuck it. I'm going to take my chance. So I'm walking in, like, where are you? He like, right here. Like, I don't see him. And like you know how like when the room is pitch black, but there's another room that's even darker than the pitch
Yeah,
black.
yeah.
It's like the pitch black of the pitch black room. He's like right here. I'm like, I don't want to go in that room. I look down. He's laying on the floor with a white sheet over him. He's on the floor with a white sheet. And I'm like, what are you doing down there? Like for real. And he's like modeling like a sixth grade picture. He's like, hey, hey. I'm like, he says, "Come on down here." I'm like, "Okay." So we lay down on the floor. He has his white sheet over him, and we're laying and we're talking for about 20, 15 minutes. No
Oh, you
freaky
even know?
shit.
Oh my god, you even realize
No,
it.
no, no, no. White sheet covering him up. He's looking excited.
Oh.
So we're laying down talking. We're in the state of bliss, and I'm enjoying it with him. And all of a sudden, we start making out. But I notice as I'm making out, he's just kind of still a little bit. But I just kind of get on top of him and kissing on him, and kissing on him. And then I grab the sheet and I switch the sheet back.
Ew.
And at that time, I looked, and his goddamn legs were as little as these. Oh, freaked me out. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with your legs? I'm scared as a mother. I'm like, oh shit, your legs. I'm dead ass serious. This is a true story. I'm nervous as fuck. I'm like, what's wrong? And he's like, oh stop. And he just like grabbed the fucking sheet and he's gonna throw the sheet back on him. I'm mad. I snatched the sheet back. I'm like, no, what's wrong with your legs? So unfortunately, he proceeded to tell me that he had got a tattoo which got infected and got a staph
What?
infection. So his
What?
muscles atrophied, and so he couldn't walk because he had got a staph infection from a tattoo. And so I'm like, but I didn't feel bad. I'm like, fuck. Well, anyway, shit, I still fucked him while he was on the ground. I fucked him in them little dead legs. I didn't give a fuck. While he was on the ground, I wore his ass. I just wore that ass out on that ground. He had no act, no back, no legs, no. I didn't give a fuck. I wore them little legs out. I just left him like that. And then I said, all right. After I was finished, I was like, all right, well, I'm about to go. Who gonna lock this door? And I just walked away. That's the first Jack experience I ever had. Yeah, I know. That's a true
For
story,
those
man.
those who are
That's
not
a true
watching us on
story.
YouTube and just listening, my mouth is
True
on the
story.
that last part. You had sex with
Yeah.
him?
I mean, I came that far. I already listened to his goddamn story. I might as well.
How
Yeah.
was it? Having
I
sex with
mean,
a paraplegic? How you
well,
say it?
guess what? The legs wasn't getting in the way because I just moved them anyway. Just moved them. You know, and you know the pipe cleaners. How you can move them any kind of way? The pipe cleaners. I just moved them things like that.
I'm not
Like a
laughing at
pipe.
your story. You're not funny. I'm not laughing at your story. I'm
Look,
not
look,
laughing at you.
look. I'm moving them like I'm moving the things in the But listen, child.
I'm not
I
listening to
did
your
get like a
fucking
slight
story.
elbow rug burn, but other than that,
Oh
yeah.
my god, you done had sex with this man.
Oh.
I did not know that.
I thought you said we were going to start recording. I didn't know. I didn't know you were going to add this on. You
Show
said,
the,
"Oh,
show
the
the people
podcast
the
not going to
legs
be that
again.
long."
Let me see the legs again. No,
Oh,
what did you hold up? Hold
they
up.
were this fucking little. No lie, more like, and they were like, it was so bad, bro. That was
I
scary,
am
bro.
weak. I am so weak right now. Shut the
Wait.
fuck up.
Oh, no. Okay, wait. Let me show you. Look, I can show you my lights. Look, they're like this. That's how
Oh.
these. That's how these legs look.
All right, I'm judging you for even still having sex with him.
Well, I mean, I was a lot younger, so
You would do
one
that
of my
shit tomorrow. Don't stop lying. You would do the
I
same
mean,
shit tomorrow.
now, granted, listen, granted, he was still attractive. He was still himself, so he did not catfish me like
You
the
did tell
Jamaicans.
me that. You told me he was very attractive. You said
He's very
to show
attractive.
me what he looked like, and I do
Very
remember
attractive.
saying like he's cute, but I can't remember off the top. I
He's here
remember,
now, and he's walking.
huh?
He lives in Houston. Like I saw him on Tinder, like
Oh,
not
this
too
is when
long
you were
ago.
in Houston. I thought this was
This
when you were
when
in
I was in
Seattle.
no, this when I was in Houston.
Oh,
This
oh,
when I was in
he's
Houston the first time.
walking.
He's walking. I
Good
think it
for
was a
him.
he was walking. He still looks he looks good. Like I saw him on Tinder, he looks good, and I don't think he recognized me.
Hmm.
Because I looked into my pictures and there has been some changes,
Right.
and so I I swiped to see what he's gonna say, and we were chatting for a little bit. I was like, "Oh, I think I remember you," and he was like, "No, where?" And I explained. He blocked me, instantly blocked me. I think
Why
because
he
I had
block
left.
you? What'd you do to him?
I mean, I left him there. He was calling me a
You
little bit
probably
afterwards. I
made
never
him
called him back.
handicapped. You probably made him. Remember in that movie White Chicks where she where he would fuck her and he
And the girl
you
said,
you probably made the boy handicapped. I would block you.
"Oh
See, you
my
probably made the whole story up. You
god!"
made that man handicapped.
No, he was. I promise you, he was like that. And yeah, I that was my actually very first experience in Jack. That was my first experience, so it was.
Fucking a handicapped man. Fucking
Mhm.
a handicapped man.
Yeah.
You are the first person to actually talk about a sexual experience on the show. And JT's not even here to listen to it. You are the first person. We had a person who actually said that they actually had 5 STDs. So you are now made history on the show. Again.
Well, I've never,
Never had
thankfully,
STDs. Yeah, but yeah. He said it in conversation. Then after he said it, he was like, I said, you said it.
five. Jesus Christ! Why? How did he slip that out? How did he slip
Child.
that shit out?
We were talking about. I was saying how I haven't. I told you this. I haven't had sex in 5 years, and how I'm scared to have sex in 5 years. I'm
Damn.
scared to have sex with people because of all these STDs. And he said, "Child, I have 5," and then he didn't realize he said it, and it was like, and it's funny because
Damn.
JT was
Oh my
talking when
god.
he said it. I said, JT, I said, repeat what you just said. What you say? He said, yeah, I had 5.
5. Did you get that? Did you actually get it recorded?
It's on the yeah. I'll send it to you.
Send me the episode. I gotta hear that now. I definitely have it.
It's on the episode. He thought I was gonna edit it out.
Jesus.
Nope.
Well, I was hoping you're gonna edit out me and Craig, but you
This is
know.
the comment section. You remember how Wendy Williams say it how you mean it? The same premise. Ooh, ooh, shout it out.
Bottle girls.
You need to have a that's a soundbite. That's a new
uh,
soundbite. Bottle girl.
this is
Bottle
so
girl.
fun.
You
This
you
is fun.
enjoyed it?
I did. I mean, honestly, it didn't really feel like a podcast because I've known you for
Just a
so
regular
long. This is how we.
conversation.
This is like how we are. So it's no like what is it called? No forced conversation. No forced like. It's just us. Like this. I want people to understand this shit. This is just us. Like
You're
I
the
don't even know how to
first
be anything else.
friend. You're my first friend to come on the show. All the other guests that came on were listeners who liked the show, so they came on. But you're the first person who I personally know, other than JT, to come on the show, and it's just really I'm like a schoolgirl. Like I'm just gushing because there's so much history
Fire.
between the. It's really is. I've known you since 2008 or seven. Like there's so much
Yeah.
history between the two of us, and the adventures that we have had,
2007 actually. Yep.
Twitter,
2007.
and the adventures that we have had, the conversation you heard me about the hotel.
Oh my
That's my
god.
favorite story, by the way. I tell that story to everybody because it's so fucking hilarious. The argument that you woke up at 6 in the morning knowing good and goddamn well it was our other friend.
Well, he told me. He told me later, but at the
Bitch, you knew it
time,
was
he
him
ain't
the
tell
entire
me.
time.
No, I didn't. I
Yes, you
promise I
did.
didn't. I
You knew
didn't
it was the
know.
entire
You,
time.
I did not know, and we not gonna put it out there. All I'm gonna say is, I woke up very, very frustrated that my sock got wet, and very
Oh,
mad at that.
oh, because you stepped
Yeah,
in it.
yeah. That's how I was like, what the.
Bitch woke me up at 6 in the morning. I don't know which one of you peed in the bathroom. I mean, peed in the bathroom. But yeah, I gotta clean myself up. I was like, what? What the fuck?
We need to go traveling. Listen. Can we travel one time and do? And we need to have a podcast
What
about the
was our
traveling
last trip?
that we did together. I think it was in. You know what it was? It was in Atlanta when they were shooting. It was in
Who's
Atlanta
shooting?
for.
They
You
shot?
remember? It was in Atlanta. You remember we met that guy? His name was not Kenny, but we were calling him Kenny. In that
Who?
in Atlanta. Listen. In Atlanta, we went
We,
for Labor Day with Travis and Ashley. You remember
yes, yeah.
Travis fell into the glass and cut his arm.
The mirror.
The mirror.
Yes,
That was
yes.
our last
Who,
trip.
who was with us in that? Was it just the four of us?
It was me, you. I can show you the picture. It was me, you,
There was no one
Travis, and
else?
Ashley. Me, you, Travis, and Ashley, and we met up with Ashley's friend. We don't even know who his name was. You just gave him a name. You said, you know what? You look like a Kenny, and we just start
Oh,
calling him
you
Kenny.
know who I'm thinking about? I thought you meant that girl because I still follow that girl on Instagram. The white girl with the dreads. Who was the guy? Kenny.
Yeah, think about it. You just gave. You don't. You're not gonna remember him.
Oh, you know what,
You just gave him a
Anthony?
name.
He picked us. No, he picked us up in that. Remember, I was pissed off. He picked us up in that hoopty,
Raggedy car.
that raggedy car. All
Yeah.
this, you know what? This entire time, I've been thinking he was Uber, but was Uber out back then? I can't remember.
Hmm,
But yeah, it had
I
to be
don't
because
know.
yeah, it had to be.
Was
Because I
it?
took Uber to the airport. Yeah, I took Uber to
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
airport
yeah, 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 yeah.
but that was her friend. Yeah, remember I was pissed off. He picked us up in the hoopty. I was pissed,
Yeah,
and it was like, and everybody was outside the club. That was like, what street was that? It was like the
yeah,
district.
yeah. It
Oh,
was.
I
I
was
don't know what it
pissed.
was in Atlanta.
I was so
I
embarrassed. What
listen.
his name? We never found his name out. What
You
was
just
it?
gave him a fucking name.
Do
You
you still
just
talk
start
to him?
calling.
You ever see him again?
I saw him. It was in 2018. Watch. I'm gonna show you this picture. Hey, you
Oh,
were
that was
so.
yeah, 2018. That was the last year. You're right. Wow. Wow. That was a wow. 2018 was the last
Oh no,
time.
was
Oh
it?
my
No, was
God.
it? No, was it? It was 2019. Sorry.
Oh, okay. That's still a long time.
Yeah, it still was a long time, but it was pretty. It was pretty funny because you were literally calling him a random guy's name. You just like, yeah, you look like a Kenny. You know, from now on, we're gonna call you Kenny. And everybody, I was like, they're like,
Oh,
what is
did
wrong
he
with your
hang out
friend
with
Marcus?
us? Did he hang out
He
with us?
he went out to eat and he was like going to gay clubs and you're like, well, are you gay? Are you sure you're not gay? Because I don't know what you give me.
Oh,
You give me gay. I
you know
don't know
what?
why you're like this.
To this
I
very
really don't
day,
know.
I stand by it. Yep, I remember. He's gay now, isn't he? Tell me he's gay, isn't he?
He's I I don't think he's. I think he's
Show
maybe a
me a
little bit.
picture of him. Let me refresh my memory how he
I
looks.
listen.
He had a bush, didn't he?
September 2029. Wait, I'm trying to look.
I think he had a
19.
bush. He was maybe darker than me, a little lighter. I'm trying to remember, but he didn't hang out with us. You know what? I thought he was Uber this entire time. Wow, wow. That was a fun trip, though.
No,
I had fun. That was a great trip.
no, that was fun. I remember us like we had so much fun there because you remember it was a shooting there. Here's a picture of
I
us.
don't remember the shooting part.
It was a shooting
And
in the
then
park and we started running.
oh, I remember that. But we met Nick. We met up with Nick, and we met up with my friend Michael.
Yep,
Remember? We met up with
yep.
those two, and they
How is
hung out with
Michael?
us. Child, we done filmed a reality show. I had to cut that bitch off. We done threw tables, lobsters at each other. I told that shit, don't air that shit ever. Nope, and they never aired it, and they canceled the entire project. Nope.
Lobsters?
It was at a seafood restaurant. Yeah. He asked me to come down to film a show with him. I don't have that. But text me that picture. Who's that in the yellow?
Ashley.
Oh, I thought that was a boy. Send that photo to me. I can't see because I can't send that photo to me. I don't remember that photo. I remember the one. Okay, I still have the photo of us in the club. I had the pink pants on, and you guys are like in white or black. I
You remember
love
me
that
holding the
photo.
bottle? Me and you holding the bottle
That's one of our
at
favorite.
table?
Yes, well, I had the fresh braids too. The fresh braid, and I had the blonde hair.
Yeah, that was in actually that year we went to Niagara Falls and we did hiking.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
was that year.
you're getting old.
No, well, it happened so many years ago. I can't. Yeah.
Well, I was pretty much close to like I think my teenage years or that time. So I don't.
But yeah, that was I am down for another trip. That was it was the yeah, and you still talk to them, right?
Yeah, Ashley is going to be here. She's going to be here next week.
Oh wow, that's
I
amazing that
just
you stayed in
I just
touch with
I
them.
just sent up with you. Yeah, and Travis. That's why I just told you we're going to Bali for my birthday. I would love for you to come. That'll be fun.
That's too less.
Here we go.
Who's at the end?
Who here?
Yeah, who's that?
It's me.
I can't see these photos. You gotta bring it closer.
But
You don't look like yourself. Where is that at?
I look like a daddy.
Child. No, you look like Papoose from Love and Hip Hop.
I don't know goddamn papoose.
Oh my god, they look the same. Oh my god,
Yeah.
especially Ashley. She looks the fucking same. The same. Same.
Yeah, my love. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah,
Do
yeah.
you
It was
remember we were in Atlanta where her and I did like a nude photo shoot? I don't even know where those pictures are. Her and
that
I did,
that was it. That was the same trip.
but I don't know where those pictures are. I probably deleted them, but her and I did like a nude photo shoot.
Yeah, like outside on the fucking patio.
Yeah, but you guys weren't in that. Where were you guys? I can't remember. You guys weren't there though. I don't know where you guys. It was just the two of us in the house.
No,
And
yeah, I just showed the picture afterwards.
oh, let me just see this picture you sent us. Oh my God, Anthony. Oh, you sent us. Yep, I have all these. Okay, I have the first two. I don't have this one. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this fake gold chain I'm wearing. Oh, that is Ashley, the one. Oh my God. Wow. And remember, Travis was making out, with that guy in the club. He was like, "Oh my God, look at this picture of us in the." Do you do you remember? Oh, can't say this on the podcast. So when we're at this party, I met up with my friend from Maryland. His house actually burnt down last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was sitting with us in that section.
He
Yeah.
alive?
Yeah, he was live.
Oh,
I'm about to
alright.
tell all his business out. He just bought the house like 6 months prior, and his home insurance lapsed, And so now he has to pay. I know, isn't that crazy? His neighbors was having a 4th of July party, and the neighbors' barbecue was close to the house, and that's how he lived in a townhouse, and all the houses got burnt down to the ground, to the ground. But he was at the party. He was sitting in that section with us at that party. But all right, we got to wrap the show up. Anthony,
Oh,
David, whatever the fuck you want to be called. Look, friend.
Dada.
Da
Bottle
ga
girl.
ga. Da bada girl. Da bada girl. Look, I really do. You are like family. I've known you for many years, and I appreciate you coming on late at night to record this podcast. I have to have you on
Fun.
with JT. I have to make sure that JT is on the show the next time you come on, because the three of us together will definitely have some awesome, some good laughs. Tell the people how they can find you on social media. Where are you? How can they follow you? Let them know.
Yes, yes. Oh my God. So I'm on Instagram, living like going somewhere to live, but you're living there. Living LIVING underscore with WITH underscore DAHVEED. Living with Dahveed. You can
I
find me
will
on
put that.
Instagram.
Oh, I will put that in the description for all those who are listening, and then if you're watching, obviously it's going to be on the screen. Look, thanks again, friend.
That's
You
fun.
will definitely be back on. He already said he's coming on the next 4 episodes, but he definitely will be on. Maybe for the remainder. Maybe for uh, you'll be back on.
Bottle girl, bottle girl, bottle girl.
All right, you guys. I will talk to you next Friday. In the meantime, be safe and be kind to others. All right. Bye, everyone.